sat enthralled through Leonard's initial performance. He began with So Long Marianne and moved into Bird on the Wire. The fourth song he sang that night was Kevin Barry. It brought the house down. Leonard introduced the song by clarifying that he didn't, quote, wish to burden you here with another war, another cause, but there are struggles in other places and they all amount to the same thing. That is, men of 18 and 19 getting killed. And this one is from Ireland, unquote. This was 1972. The conflict in Northern Ireland was escalating.
Sing that story, long ago. That sweet love story, now is so. My people shall be my people, my love. Wherever thou goest, wherever thou lodgest, whither thou goest, I will go.
On September 22nd, 2014, the album Popular Problems was released. And there were two songs on that album that resonated immediately with me. Did I Ever Love You and You Got Me Singing. The complication of Did I Ever Love You is there in the title. The uncertainty in the narrative voice. The absolute honesty yet hesitation inherent in that ambiguity. The image of the couple leaning across the old table suggests an association that may have run through years and decades. And the passage yet stasis of time seen in the blossoming of the lemon trees and the withering of the almond trees is beautifully communicated. The song comes like a long sigh of acceptance and resignation. It's a life story, told alternately in the slow, world-weary voice of Leonard and the hell-for-leather country shades of the Webb sisters. When Leonard asks whether it was ever settled, you just know that there is no answer to that question, nor ever will be. The asking is in itself a statement of the unsettled nature of the relationship. It seemed yet again that Leonard had written the story of much of my life, years drifting in and out of relationships and marriages, without ever finding within myself the strength to be the person I wanted to be.
Did I ever want to? Did I ever leave you? Was I ever able? Or are we still leaning across the old table? Was it ever settled? Was it ever over? And is it still raining? Oh, back in November, the lemon trees blossom, the almond trees wither. Was I ever someone who could love you forever? Did I ever love you?
This time 2 years ago, I came in here to Woodbine Books to buy a book on my way to Blackrock to have a triple bypass. And I wasn't sure whether it might be my last book or not, because you never know. And I'm going to deeply embarrass him now, but anyway, the night before the operation I decided I wasn't going to go through with it. I was going to do a runner. And I packed my bag. It was about 10 o'clock and there was a knock on the door, and this man here, Chris Jaques, came in on his way up from surgery. I think he'd been on duty since 6 that morning. And he sat me down and he explained the operation and he told me my chances of survival were pretty good. I think he might have been even more positive than that. So thanks, Chris. Thank you.
In fact, I couldn't work out why you had your jacket on.
Now you know. Okay. On a warm morning in July 2013, I turned on my computer to find a mail from Leonard asking me to contact Mike Scoble, his tour manager, to arrange complimentary tickets for Angela and myself for the September show. I have no idea what kind of intuitive affinity made Leonard get in touch, but suddenly and out of the blue we were going to see him on September 12th. That concert in Dublin was charged with anticipation and enthusiasm. None of us who were there knew whether this would be Leonard's last Irish show, but there was a palpable sense and an intuitive folk consciousness that it might be the time and place to say thanks and adieu. As it happens, Leonard went on stage that night with renewed energy and with the ambition of there being at least one further tour before he called it a day. Whatever our collective intentions were in bidding farewell, they were absolutely not Leonard's. The seats we'd been assigned were the best we'd ever had. We were between Gerry Adams and Michael D. So. And we managed to keep the peace. And as we sat waiting for the show to begin, I couldn't help thinking about that night more than 40 years earlier, when I'd stood at the side of the food van in the National Stadium and chanced my arm to see Leonard the second time.